There comes a time in life when you look around and it feels like everyone else is ahead. Everyone seems to have figured it out while you are still searching, still trying, still questioning. You scroll through your screen and see people smiling, achieving, traveling, loving, succeeding, and a quiet voice in your mind begins to whisper, maybe I am behind, maybe I am not enough, maybe I have failed. Without even realizing it, you begin to compare yourself piece by piece against the lives of others. Their highlights become the measure of your worth. Their pace becomes your pressure. Their stories become your mirror. And slowly you start to forget your own. You begin to live through the reflection of what you think you should be instead of what you truly are. Comparison is a thief. It steals joy before you even notice it. It enters quietly. Through admiration, it begins as inspiration. But if you are not careful, it transforms into self-doubt, into envy, into anxiety. You begin to ask questions that hurt. Why are they so far ahead? Why am I still here? Why not me? And each time you ask those questions, you move further away from yourself, because the truth is you can never find peace while measuring your life against someone else's timeline. The moment you compare, you disconnect from your own path. You lose sight of your own rhythm, your own growth, your own journey. Every soul has its own timing. Every seed blooms when it is ready. The flower does not envy the tree. The river does not rush to match the ocean. The moon does not compete with the sun, yet everything fulfills its purpose perfectly without comparison. Nature moves with quiet confidence, knowing that everything unfolds exactly as it should, and so do you. But somewhere along the way, the world taught you to measure, to rank, to compete, to chase validation. And in that chase, you began to lose the simple truth that your value was never in the comparison. It was always in your being. When you compare yourself to others, you see their light, but not their shadows. You see the outcome, but not the struggle, the smile, but not the sleepless nights, the success, but not the silent doubts. Every person carries a story you cannot see, a battle you do not know, a pain you cannot feel, and yet you use the surface of their life as a mirror for your own worth. You forget that social media is not truth. It is a highlight reel, a collection of moments chosen to impress, not to express. The more you look outward, the less you look inward. And the less you look inward, the more lost you become. To stop comparing, you must return to yourself. You must learn the art of stillness, to pause and breathe and ask, who am I without all the noise? What do I truly want? What makes me come alive? Not what makes me look successful, not what makes others approve, but what makes me feel real. Because confidence does not come from being better than others. It comes from being true to yourself. Inner peace does not come from winning. It comes from accepting that you are already whole. The moment you accept yourself as you are, you begin to disarm comparison at Lusa. Its grip, because you no longer seek to measure up. You begin to see that your worth has never been on trial. It has never depended on status or achievement or recognition. Your worth is inherent, unshakable, timeless. You are worthy. When you failed, you were worthy. When you began, you are worthy. Now the only thing that ever changed was your belief in it. Building inner peace begins with awareness. You start noticing when your mind drifts into comparison. You start observing the thoughts that say, I should be more, I should be further, I should be like them. And instead of believe in them, you begin to question them. Whose voice is that? Is it yours or is it the world's? Is it truth or is it fear? The more you question, the less power those thoughts have, and slowly you begin to reclaim your mind. You begin to choose peace over pressure, gratitude over envy, presence over performance. Confidence grows not when you feel superior, but when you no longer need to compare, when you can celebrate others without diminishing yourself, when you can see someone else's success and still know that yours is coming in your own time, when you can walk your path with quiet certainty, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Confidence is not loud, it is calm. It is the quiet knowing that you are enough, that you can trust yourself, that you can stand alone and still feel whole. When you stop comparing, you begin to see beauty in your uniqueness. You begin to realize that the very things that make you different are the things that make you powerful. The world does not need another copy. It needs authenticity. It needs your perspective, your voice, your story, your light. When you embrace your individuality, you stop shrinking to fit in. You stop pretending to belong, and instead you begin to create your own space, a place where you no longer need permission to exist fully. Peace grows in that space, where you no longer measure your value by what you do, but by who you are. It grows when you stop racing against others and start aligning with yourself. When you stop trying to keep up and start learning to slow down, to breathe, to be. Comparison creates tension, but acceptance creates flow. Life begins to feel lighter, not because everything is perfect, but because you no longer resist what is. You no longer fight your own pace. It is human to compare. It is part of the mind's nature, but comparison becomes suffering when you forget that your journey is different. Every life has its own rhythm. Some move fast, some move slow, some bloom early, some late. There is no right pace. There is only your pace. And the moment you surrender to it, you find peace, because peace is not found in arrival. It is found in alignment. It is found in trusting that you are enough, even as you grow. To build inner peace, you must practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It reminds you that you are already surrounded by blessings that you once prayed for. It dissolves envy and replaces it with appreciation. Gratitude says, I am enough. I have enough. I am where I am meant to be. When you live in gratitude, you stop seeing life as competition. You start seeing it as connection. You begin to understand that the success of others does not diminish yours. It expands what is possible for everyone. When you build confidence from within, you no longer need the approval of others to feel valid. Become grounded. Your energy changes. You walk differently. You speak differently. You radiate something that cannot be taken away, because it does not come from the outside. Confidence built from comparison can vanish, but confidence built from self-awareness lasts. It grows deeper with every challenge, stronger with every failure, because it is rooted in truth, not perception. To cultivate this kind of confidence, you must speak kindly to yourself. You must catch the moments when you criticize and replace them with compassion. You must look in the mirror and see progress instead of flaws. You must remember that growth is not linear, that even on days when you feel stuck, you are still evolving. You must treat yourself like someone you love, because you are someone you love. You are the only person who will be with you in every season of life. So be gentle, be patient, be kind. Inner peace is not about avoiding struggle. It is about staying centered within it. It is about trusting yourself enough to remain calm, even when others rush. It is about knowing that you are not defined by comparison. You are defined by consciousness, by awareness, by the ability to choose. How you respond, you cannot control the noise of the world, but you can control how deeply you let it in. And when you guard your peace, the world loses its power over you. You begin to see that life is not a race, it is a rhythm. It is not about being the first to arrive, but about being fully present where you are. Right now, comparison is a thief of joy, because it takes you away from the moment. You begin to live in pasts and futures that are not yours. You forget that the only real life is this one, unfolding breath by breath, heartbeat by heartbeat. When you stop comparing, you start connecting. You connect to yourself, to your values, to your truth, and from that connection, you begin to live differently. Your choices become intentional. Your relationships become genuine. Your happiness becomes independent of outcomes. And that is true power, to walk in a world obsessed with more and still choose enough to exist in a culture of comparison and still choose peace. Confidence and peace are built not through perfection, but through presence, through the willingness to show up as you are, even when it feels messy, even when it feels uncertain, because authenticity is magnetic. People may admire perfection, but they connect with realness, and the moment you give yourself permission to be real, you begin to inspire others to do the same. There will always be someone ahead, someone more talented, more experienced, more recognized, but that does not mean they are better. It just means they are on a different path and you are on yours. Stop comparing journeys and start learning from them. Admire without envy. Observe without judgment. Let others remind you of what is possible, not of what you lack. You were never meant to walk someone else's path. Your steps, your struggles, your pace, they all serve a purpose. Comparison distracts you from that purpose. It keeps you chasing someone else's dream instead of building your own. But when you turn inward, when you reconnect with your vision, your purpose, your values, you begin to move with intention, not imitation. You begin to live from truth, not from trend. And as you practice this, something beautiful happens. You begin to feel free. You no longer need to prove. You no longer need to perform. You no longer need to compare. You simply are, and that simplicity is liberation. It is peace. It is confidence born not from doing, but from being. When you are at peace within yourself, you no longer crave validation. You become validation. You radiate something quiet but powerful, something real. And yes, there will be days when comparison sneaks in, when doubt whispers again, when you forget your worth, but even then you can return to yourself. You can pause, breathe, remind yourself that your story is unfolding perfectly, that you are growing even when it is not visible, that you are enough even when you do not feel it. Peace is a practice, not a destination. Confidence is a journey, not a crown. So stop comparing, start living. Breathe fully, walk gently, trust deeply, and remember, you are not behind. You are on time. You are not less. You are different. You are not failing. You are becoming. Life is not a contest, it is a canvas. And you are the artist. Only you can paint it. Only you can choose the colors, the shapes, the meaning. Stop watching others paint their lives and start creating yours. And when you do, you will notice something miraculous. The more you focus on your own path, the more it flourishes. The more you nurture your peace, the more it grows. The more you believe in yourself, the more life opens up for you, because energy flows where attention goes. And when your attention is on comparison, you feed insecurity. But when your attention is on growth, you feed strength, and that strength becomes unshakable. You are already enough as you are. You do not need to catch up to anyone. You do not need to prove anything. Your value was never conditional. It was never earned. It was given the day you were born, and it will remain. As long as you breathe, the only person you ever need to be better than is the person you were yesterday, not anyone else, not ever. So let go of comparison, let go of perfection, let go of the endless chase for approval. Return to yourself, where peace lives, where confidence waits, where truth resides. You will find that everything you were searching for was never outside. It was always within. It was always here, in the quiet strength of your soul. Stop comparing yourself to others, and you will begin to live again. Not as a reflection, not as a shadow, but as a light you are always meant to be.